Hey, it's Coach M here. Today I'm going to show you the best, most effective way to talk to your teen so that they actually start to understand themselves better, think through problems and situations more clearly, and make better choices. Coming up. Okay, first, let's talk a little bit about what happens between the younger childhood years and the teen years. As you know, there's a big developmental, physiological change that happens when your child reaches the age of about 11 or 12. They begin to seek their autonomy and begin thinking more for themselves. They want to have a say in how they live their lives and not just follow rules blindly or do things because you tell them to. They begin to take in more information around them, forming their own thoughts, their own ideas, their own opinion of things. You've seen this. And there's such a need for them to claim their autonomy that oftentimes they'll actually contradict your beliefs or your views simply as a way to show you that they're independent from you. This can be disheartening at times and really hard to deal with, especially if they adopt views that are completely opposite of ours. This is why what I'm going to show you today is so important and will help your teen really think more about why they believe what they believe and why they do what they do. The best, most effective way to talk to your teen is through empowering non-judgmental questions. It's from a place of curiosity. That's the key. So what is an empowering question? An empowering question can only come from you if, number one, you're listening with your heart, which means listening from a place of trying to understand your teen's emotional state. Number two is you're listening with your intuition, which means you're paying attention and are aware of how you're feeling in the moment with your teen. You're noticing your thoughts and your feelings as they arise when your teen is talking to you. And number three is you are listening with your five senses, which means that you're paying attention to the words that your teen uses and their body language. By listening with your heart, your intuition, and your five senses, you'll ask an empowered question from an intuitive state of connectedness. This can be difficult if we don't know how to hone in to our own intuition. This is where many of us parents get stuck. We find it so hard to ask empowering questions when faced with a tough situation with our teen. We have not taken the time to examine our preconceived notions and the negative beliefs that we have about our teens. None of us want to admit that we have negative beliefs about our teen. But we do at times, especially when they don't act and behave the way we think they should. And I go into more depth on honing your intuition and learning to parent from an intuitive, connected place in some of my other videos. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like that. So once you're in a more connected heart space, asking empowering questions will come more naturally and easily to you. You'll be able to remove your fear and emotional knee-jerk reaction so that you're talking and responding to your teen from an intentional, calm, curious place, which again allows you to help your teen question their own thoughts, their own feelings, and their own behavior. Remember, that's the goal here. For them to really think about what they believe and why, and how they want to handle their emotions and how they want to show up in the world, the only way to do that is by asking those empowering questions. So when you need to talk to your teen about a negative behavior, it could be anything from your teen not doing what you ask or talking back to you or doing something that they know they shouldn't be doing. Don't try to talk to them when you are still fuming and upset and emotionally charged. Be honest and tell them that you need to think about how you want to handle the situation. And you're going to go calm yourself down and come back and talk about it with them at a later time. Or tell them that you're really upset about what they did and you need some time to calm down before you talk with them. Then walk away and go to a quiet place where you can think. I'm going to tell you, your mind will start racing with all kinds of thoughts. Thoughts like, I can't believe they just did this. What were they thinking? How dare they do that? I'm going to show them who's in charge. Your thoughts may even escalate to calling them names or labeling them in your head, like saying, oh, they're so lazy, or gosh, what an ungrateful brat, or even worse. Just know having these thoughts is normal. The thing is, you don't want to confront or talk to your teen when you're feeling this way. If you do, it will cause damage to your relationship, and that's the last thing that you want. In these moments, you want to help them see a better way, a better choice for the future. Again, staying connected with your teen is the key here. Once you calm down, by the way, I have some great ways to do that in a video that I linked down below. You're going to write down all the thoughts that you're having about your teen and about the situation. This is a very important step, so you don't want to skip it. Even if you're still really upset and you don't think that you can write in the moment, force yourself to get some paper and a pen and start downloading your thoughts. Get your thoughts out onto the paper. Remember, we have to be in the right frame of mind in order to start asking our teen empowering questions. So after you've written down all your thoughts, you'll want to go through the steps of processing the emotions that you're feeling. I've linked a video below that shows you exactly how to do it, and I've also included a link for the PDF version that walks you through the exact steps to process an emotion. This is a very crucial part that you need to do before talking with your teen. After processing your emotions, you'll be ready to talk with your teen. The first empowering question to ask is, can you tell me why you did blank? You may want to preface the question with something like, I'm just confused about why this happened. Can you help me understand? Now here's the fun part. More than likely, they may say, I don't know. Oh, those famous words every teen loves to say that completely drive us insane. You gotta love it. So if your teen says, I don't know, you'll want to ask them this question. Well, if you had to know, what would be your answer for why you think this happened? It'll give them a few minutes to really think about why the situation or negative behavior happened. Now, they still may come back and say, I don't know. Again, try really hard not to get frustrated here. Take some deep breaths, because at this point, your teen actually needs more time to think about the situation. So you'll want to say, I don't know isn't going to work here. So I'll give you some more time to think about it and come up with the real reason why you think this happened. Then you'll say, some questions that I'd like for you to ask yourself are, what do you think you were feeling right before you did blank? What do you think contributed to those feelings? What thoughts were you having that led to the feelings that you felt? Do you believe the way that you handled this situation was the best or not? And if so, why? And if not, what do you think is a better way to handle it in the future? Then let them know that you're going to give them about 30 minutes to think about it on their own, by themselves, and that you'll come back in 30 minutes to discuss it with them. Other empowering questions to ask are, when you think about the situation, what feelings come up for you? Or, what do you think causes you to respond that way? Walk me through your reasoning behind it. Let's play with that idea for a minute. What if, or so I hear you saying blank, is that correct? Or what do you ultimately want? Or what need do you think you were trying to get met in this situation? Were you feeling unheard, misunderstood, unimportant? Or how do you think I should handle the situation? What would you do as a parent if your teen behaved this way? Or how does that make you feel? You'll want to continue asking empowering questions after each question that your teen answers until you drill down to the real root of the issue. Trust me, if you ask enough empowering questions and you really listen to what your teen is saying, you'll discover the real problem needing to be addressed. Now again, this doesn't mean that there shouldn't be a consequence for negative behavior. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you'll need to think about and really determine the consequence that actually makes the most sense and that follows more of a natural consequence. Meaning, if your teen is talking back to you, let's say, there's a deeper reason than your teen just trying to assert themselves. Either you've allowed this behavior in the past and your teen thinks it's okay to address you this way, or your teen is struggling with their relationship with you, which means they are not getting one of their emotional needs met by you. Those emotional needs could be, number one, not feeling important. Could your teen feel like you don't make time for them? You don't try to understand them. You don't value who they are, their thoughts, their feelings, or opinions. Number two, not feeling worthy. Could your teen feel like their worth is based on what they do and achieve, or what you want them to accomplish and how you want them to be instead of who they really are? Number three is not feeling good enough. Could your teen feel like they are never good enough in your eyes? Could they feel like you criticize them when they don't live up to your expectation? Could they feel like you expect them to be perfect and they can't measure up? Empowering questions is the only way to find out what your teen is really thinking and feeling. which causes their behavior. Empowering questions will help you get to the real root of the issue so that you can address the true problem. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like it, where I give you the tools to help you navigate the teen years, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and click on the bell icon to get notified when I upload a new video. And I upload videos weekly. Remember, trust yourself. You know more than you think. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next video.